I want to ask you, how did your journey as a pastor into really embracing Live 58, where did it begin for you?
I think it began many years ago, not really knowing for sure where we were heading, but knowing that we wanted to follow the heart of God and to really live out really Matthew 25, to feed the hungry and to shelter the homeless. And we wanted to do that, but I think for many years as a pastor, I was caught up in the day-to-day rituals and getting another service together. I think our hearts always wanted to live out Isaiah 58, but we didn't do it right away because of just the urgency. And pastors understand this, the urgency of the now, the demands of the day. And so I think for a lot of years, our church was good at talking about this, but actually living it out. And this is where this 58 movement in the movie really has moved us much quicker and much faster towards really doing the work that God has called us to do.
Was there any particular event or defining moment for you that caused you to move out of that talking to actually doing?
Yeah, for me, and we've talked about how pastors need to have, sometimes it's one moment or several moments of having your heart broken for the poor. And I was in Mexico City, and I went to these garbage dumps on the west side of the town, and we drove 40 minutes into the garbage dumps at 20 miles an hour. We drove for 40 minutes. Discovered this little village living in the garbage dumps, and seeing the plight of the children, seeing how they lived, it wrecked me. And I think as a pastor, I came back saying, we can't do business as usual. I don't want to spend the rest of my life just doing services on Sundays and saying, hey, that was a neat sermon, that was good music. We have to literally, as Jesus said in Matthew, we need to storm the gates of hell of poverty. We need to storm the gates of hell of brokenness, of hopelessness. And yet still it was like, well, I want to do this, but how do we do this? And so again, my bias or my passion towards this 58 movement is with these amazing organizations that are under this 58 movement. It allows us to tangibly not just make our people feel guilty or say we should do something, but it allows us to show them the steps they can take. And so literally we are storming the gates of hell and rescuing people who are impoverished, who are sex trafficked, who are hungry, who have no education, and most of all, who don't know the hope of Jesus.